Hello everyone, welcome back to the MeetGeek channel. My name is Christian Erhard and today let's talk about sales. Specifically, let's talk about time. Sales reps spend almost 70% of their time on things that are, well, not selling. Think about that for a second. That's a huge chunk of your week. And what's the biggest time sink? Meetings. And it's true, the very thing designed to move your deals forward can also be the major drain. You're trying to listen to your prospect, but at the same time, you're also frantically scribbling notes. So what if you could focus 100% on the conversation, knowing that all the critical details are being captured automatically? And that's where AI comes in. And I'm not talking about some futuristic tech that's years away. I'm talking about a tool that you can use right now. I'm talking about AI meeting assistants. Today, I'm going to show you 7 different ways these meeting assistants can help you and your sales team to sell more and, more importantly, sell faster. But before we get to the solution, let's be honest about our problems. It's the reality for every sales teams I've ever worked with. First, there's the issue of wasted time on note-taking. You're in a critical discovery call, the prospect is giving you a ton of valuable information, but your head is down, typing furiously, writing furiously. You might just miss a subtle cue or a key point because you're focused on capturing every word. It's a disconnect, you're not fully present. And let's assume you even managed to get down all the important notes. Then there are the delayed or forgotten follow-ups. We've all been there. A call ends and there's a dozen other tasks waiting for you on your plate, and the important follow-up email gets lost. The momentum is lost, and in sales, momentum is everything. A lost opportunity isn't just a missed sale, it's a hole in your pipeline. Third, we have the CRM, and I still need to find that person that says, hell yeah, I want to put data into the CRM. It's supposed to be the single source of truth, right? But what happens when no one consistently updating it? Data becomes incomplete, notes are being vague, and you can't get an accurate picture of the deal's health. You end up with a messy system that's more a chore than a tool. And finally, a word for the managers. There's a challenge of coaching without micromanaging. You want to help your team to improve. You want to spot the patterns, address the common objections, to provide specific, actionable feedback. But that means listening to hours and hours of call recordings. Who's got time for that? It's a manual, time-consuming process that often gets pushed to the back burner. So it seems like we have a clear problem. Sales teams are spending too much time on administrative tasks and not enough time on what matters, selling. And managers, well, if they're not spending hours in listening to recorded calls, are flying blind. Quick question for you. How is your team already using AI in sales? Or are you? Drop it in the comments. I would love to make this a conversation. Well, now let's talk about solutions, and this is where the magic of AI meeting assistants come in. They're not just glorified voice recorders, they're actually intelligent partners that handle admin work so you don't have to. You can focus on the human part of sales. So how does it work? An AI meeting assistant joins your call just like a colleague, but instead of just listening, it's actively working in the background. First, it records and transcribes the entire conversation automatically, every word. So this means you don't have to take every single note. Your hands are free to gesture, to take a sip of coffee, or just to lean into the conversation. Then after the call, it doesn't just stop there. It automatically creates a summary and can even email it directly to the prospect. Imagine the impression that it makes. You end a call and within minutes, the prospect has a concise recap of the key points, a list of action items, and a clear next step. It shows that you are on top of it. It builds confidence and trust. And for the CRM, all those key details, action items, follow-up tasks, and deal notes, they are synced directly into your CRM. No manual entry, no more forgotten updates. Your CRM is always up to date and accurate without having to lift a finger. Well, this alone saves you hours of work. And finally, for managers, the assistant provides qualitative insights. For example, talk ratios, objection handling, and other patterns. You don't have to review hours of calls. You can just look at the dashboard and see where your team is excelling and where they might need a little help. It allows you to coach proactively and with precision. So MeetGeek Note Takers, it's a complete system that addresses all the common pain points that we just talked about. It's about working smarter, not harder. So let's break down the 7 specific ways these tools are a game changer. Number 1, automatic note-taking. Well, this is the big one. As I mentioned, you can give your full attention to the prospect in the call. You can listen, you can empathize and respond in real time. It's about being fully present. This builds rapport and trust, which are cornerstones of any successful sale. Number 2 are the instant meeting summaries. This is a huge win for both you and the prospect. The prospect gets a clear recap with the information that's still fresh. This avoids confusion and keeps the deal moving. It's a professional touch that sets you apart from your competition. Number 3, follow-ups and logged action items. No more missed steps. The system captures and assigns action items automatically. This ensures that every promise you make is kept and every opportunity for a follow-up is seized. So it's the difference between a deal moving forward and a deal getting cold. I love number 4, synchronizing with the CRM. This is about efficiency. Manual CRM updates are a pain. They're repetitive, time-consuming, and often put off. By automating this process, you ensure that your CRM is accurate, and it's a real-time reflection of your pipeline. This means better forecasting and better reporting for you and your team. Number 5, sales coaching insights. This is a manager's dream. Instead of rewatching hours of calls, a manager can quickly review key moments. Did the rep handle objection well? Did they ask enough discovery questions? The AI can flag these key moments, allowing for a targeted, effective coaching and to speed up the learning curve for the new ones while boosting performance for the seasoned sales reps. Number 6, smooth handoffs. Think about the handoff from a sales development rep or SDR to an account executive or AE. Well, in a traditional setting, this can feel clunky, but with an AI assistant, the entire transcript and summary of the calls are available instantly. Everyone is on the same page from day one, and no details are lost in translation. Last but not least, number 7, shorter sales cycles. This is the ultimate goal, right? All of these points, better communication, clear action items, and faster follow-ups add to one thing: a more efficient sales process. When you can reduce the back and forth and keep things moving, deals close faster. These aren't just minor improvements, they are fundamental shifts in how a sales team can operate. Let's have a look at the real-world impact. The data backs it up. Teams that are using AI for sales calls see their conversion rates improve by 15 to 20%. Why? Well, because action items and follow-ups never fall through the cracks. It's a very simple but powerful change. Data shows that sales cycles can shorten by 30%. Automated notes and instant recaps reduce the back and forth that often stalls a deal. So that means more revenue, more quickly. And what about your team's time? Reps save more than 5 hours per week on manual tasks like note-taking or updating the CRM. That's 5 extra hours that they can spend on what they actually have been hired to do, building relationships and closing deals. And for managers, it's about smarter coaching. Instead of spending hours reviewing calls, you can get insights from AI flag moments. This not only accelerates the onboarding for new reps, but also significantly boosts the overall team performance. So if you're ready to get more out of your sales calls and give your team the tools they need to succeed, the thing has become clear: an AI meeting assistant is a must-have. Well, if you happen to also struggle with task delegation to your team, watch this video on how to delegate tasks efficiently. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, press subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.